I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Just a friendly reminder to make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. We're up to 22% from the previous 13% sub views to non-subbed. Anyways, let's get started. Welcome back, you brain-dead worms, to another Fudge reviews, and today it is on the Panzer IIH, or as some people call it, the baby tiger. The Panzer IIH was introduced back in 2014 during the 1.43 update and was a gift tank, but is now on the Steam store and the PS4 store for us War Thunder addicts to buy, and boy do I recommend it, though it is around $20 CAD I think. Regardless, I say get it if you want another speedy boy for the war crime nation. It embodies the need for speed and firepower to easily show low-tier enemy teams the doors to hell, as you are basically the meanest motherfucker out there except maybe the French B1 tanks. It sits at the right battle rating of 2.3 in rank 2. With that being said, it is not an effective grinder for the higher tiers but will assist in the lower tiers and will be a viable backup in the higher VRs up to 4.7. If you're retarded enough to ask about armor, I suggest you go re-evaluate your life with a nice cup of coffee.
What, are you retarded?
But seriously, with the 2H being a light tank / scout tank, it has almost no armor to speak of. It has 30mm of glorious Kruppstahl on the front and 20mm on the sides and rear to give Hans Fritz and Gunther a false sense of security. Frontally you have just enough armor to survive against 50 cal guns, but that's about it. The turret is completely open because the Germans thought roof armor was useless and only gave the crew a blanket to put over their heads. So artillery will fuck you harder than Comrade Zhukov did to the Germans. And just like artillery, so will any fucknut in a plane will just fly to your 6 and pump you full with their machine guns. So the main premise of this war crime on tracks is to not get hit. And if you have a brain, you know where I'm going with this. You flank and spank bigger and dumber opponents. And at 2.3 that's easy because nobody there has any experience with the game, so it's easy pickings. Maneuverability can be described as epic. You're equipped with a 300 HP engine and with a weight of 10.5 tons that gives you roughly 28 horses per ton and a top speed of 56 sauerkrauts per hour, which is perfect for flanking and spanking. You have a reverse gear of 10.4 sauerkrauts an hour, allowing you to back out of botched flanks faster than high-ranking Nazis did to Argentina. You do not have neutral steer, but that doesn't matter as you can turn on a dime rather easily. Off-road you can manage about 44 to 45 sauerkrauts an hour, which is pretty respectable compared to the Puma's 48 to 49. On road it's 56 sauerkrauts per hour for maximum war crimes, enabling you to get to early game positions to ruin the day of some poor sap who's been playing War Thunder for the first time. You are equipped with a 50mm Pak 38 Destructinator of Doom gun, which is perfect for your everyday needs of removing Bolsheviks from your front lawn, or any fat-ass American main, and you have 4 shells available to you that were handcrafted from the glorious Führer himself. The standard Panzer Granate 39 APC shell, which penetrates 102mm of armor at 100 meters at 0 degrees with a muzzle velocity of 835 meters per second, which is a fuck ton of velocity for 2.3 BR tanks, and has 29 grams of TNT equivalent and 17 grams of explosive mass, which allows you to finish off smaller opponents like Valentines and Stuarts in 1 to 2 shots. The next 3 shells are an APCR shell, another APCR, and an HE. The first APCR is quite useful as it has 130mm of penetration at 10 meters, allowing you to smack some more annoying targets like the B1 tanks with more ease frontally but with way less post-pen, although you won't really need it. The other APCR is slightly worse with 129mm of pen at 10 meters, but there isn't much point to its existence, and the HE can go fuck itself with a cheese grater. As for ammo loadout, take either 28 or 30 Panzer Granate 39 and 5 of the Panzer Granate 40-1 APCR for shits and giggles so you don't blow the fuck up. The suspension on this tracked schnitzel cart when you try to come to a halt has a stroke, and you need to wait a few seconds for Fritz to recover the gun from said stroke so you can fire at inferior non-Aryan tanks. A downside to this thing is the fact that it has almost no gun depression at -5 degrees and a measly 18 degrees of gun elevation, which is basically nothing, but that doesn't matter as you are not some fucking AA. The Panzer IIH also has a slow turret traverse at 9.8 degrees per second with a fresh crew of conscripts, and a 14 degree per second traverse with a fully upgraded crew. Reload is also fairly decent at 7.6 seconds with a base crew, and with a crew cracked up on meth it can go down to 5.9 seconds. Main playstyle is quite literally to flank and bum rush any enemy who is by themselves and then discreetly dispatch them with 1 to 2 shots of Panzer Granate 39 and then ride off into the sunset, heiling Hitler harder than the SS brigades in 1941. If you get hit anywhere you die. Crew skills should go to tank driving, vitality on all crew, targeting, reload repair and leadership. Lineup should consist of your favorite war crime thingies. These are my personal top picks, so feel free to use whatever you desire. As the tank is a premium, all modifications are unlocked for you courtesy of the Snail Jesus. With all that said, get out there and smack the shit out of low tier morons with a baby tiger, you fucking dumbass.